Hello, my name is Pablo Gilabert. I am the Innovation Director of the company CYPE. First of all, I would like to thank you the opportunity to share with you in this event our experience. I would prefer to have a real presentation, but we were trying yesterday and we had some problems with the connection tool, so we decided to record a video. But I'm gonna record it in real time, so at the end it will be the same. So anyway, if you have any questions, I will invite you to contact me by social networks or my email, and I will be really glad to help you. Okay. Well, so let's start. I'm gonna start with a short presentation of our company, and then I will go to the practical part. I just have 20 minutes, so I'm gonna run a little and try to share as much as possible. Okay. Well, CYPE is a software company. We have been developing software for architecture, engineering, and construction during more than 36 years. And in all this time, we have developed more than 150 applications, technical applications. We are 170 professionals, and then we have more than 20 resellers all over the world. And currently we have more than 100,000 users in more than 60 countries. So some numbers in order to give you an idea of who we are. Okay, what do we do or where we are? We are located in Spain, and as I said before, but our main market is focused on the south of Europe, Latin America, and Africa. So Spanish, French, and Portuguese speaking countries. Anyway, we are trying to open new markets right now, and we are opening like new possibilities in North America and Asia. Something quite interesting is that we have a lot of solutions, like general solutions, but something we like to do is adapting these solutions to specific regions. In our case, we have right now more than 200 implemented codes in our solutions of structures, building services, energy efficiency, and so on. What we offer is we sell software, but we have also developed ad hoc software for huge institutions or governments or companies like technological institutions and so on. And also we are quite active developing research projects, working with new technologies like 3D printers, BIM, and so on. Well, final introduction. We have been working in a closed environment for more than 20 years with some specific solutions which have perfect communication between them, but always working with closed data. Some years ago, I think 5 years ago, we decided to move to another kind of strategy. So we decided to generate a kind of environment composed by specific tools, like high advanced tools, focus on different areas, and sharing information by working with a centralized format with Beam Server Center, our platform, in the middle as a core. So I would like to share this. What does it mean? No? At the end, what we are gonna see, okay, so we have some solutions exporting information to Beam Server, and then this information arrives to the different solutions we have in Beam Server. Like this, we can, well, make this kind of interactions, no? Like bidirectional interaction between all the different applications we have. The workflow will be something like this. I will try to explain it later, but shortly, we have a kind of geometrical model, architectural model made by any kind of software like Revit, ArchiCAD, Allplan. We have our own solution, and from this we can export or upload to Beam Server and IFC with information. Then, as Beam Server is connected with more than 130 applications, we can import this data in order to solve the different areas like energy analysis, acoustics, HVAC, plumbing, fire, whatever. As an output of these solutions, we can export an IFC again with extra data, like some other open formats like GLTF, PDF, etc. This information is located in the cloud, in Beam server, but also it's possible to import it directly in the architectural model. The good point of this workflow is that if we modify something here, this modification will arrive directly in all the different applications because we are working with the Git references. So we don't have to start again. The same if we modify something in the electricity installation, the lighting installation, we will receive this data, always working with open formats. So let me explain a little about this platform. So here, if we go to Beam Server Doc Center, we can have a look to the platform. In 2-3 years, I don't remember, we got more than 50,000 users and more than 120,000 Beam projects, which is quite a lot. If I go inside, I'm gonna log in. We can visualize like the interface, and in the left side, we can identify the different services. I will share with you 3 of them. So first of all, we have a huge store of open Beam applications. Our idea is giving visibility to the different applications and promoting the interoperability of data by sharing data, open data between the different tools. Here we can find different types of solutions of manufacturers, of free solutions, some other focus on the structures, bill of quantities, electricity, HVAC, plumbing, thermal, a lot of them. I will invite you to have a look to some of them. So later we can go to this other part, recommended projects, because I think it's really interesting because we are trying to research about the social part of Beam. In this case, the platform, depending on the projects I'm working on, knows that I have quite experience in structural analysis, for instance, because I have uploaded, 20 IFCs with entities like column, slabs, whatever. The platform knows that there are some people looking for collaborators with my profile. So it's offering me some job opportunities. And this is quite interesting. And it works for the different areas, energy, analysis of building services, etc. So in that case, I can contact the owner and say, okay, I'm Pablo Gilaver, I'm working in Spain, so we can collaborate. I can offer you an calculation. This is something quite interesting because there is nothing like this in the world. And the last and maybe the most important service is about managing Beam projects in a collaborative way. So here we can visualize, or I can visualize, the different projects I have. Most of them focus on buildings, but there are some other about infrastructures and so on. And if I go inside of one of them, I don't know, for instance, Bauhaus, which is quite popular, I can see a kind of dashboard. So we are now at the project level. I will put it like this. And here we can find a lot of information, the latest changes, the files we have in the project. In this case, we have 19 IFC files, 14 PDFs, 13 GLTFs, all of them open formats. And I have the possibility of, checking or the visualization I want to get, depending on the different layers of the files generated by the different solutions. So I want to see the structure, I can activate the structure. I want to see the wireless network, lighting analysis, and so on. So I can modify the visualization in this kind of viewer. Well, there are many viewers, so I don't want to go deeply. Something quite interesting is that here we have some different options. One that could be interested is about alerts. So here we have some alerts generated, some of them automatically by the different applications, some of them manually, in order to communicate some modifications we have to do. In that case, we have to move this table, or we have to modify the size of this stair of this wall. So this communication is working by a BCF with some extra data we have added. If we go to the files, here we can identify all the files included in the project. So if we visualize it like this, we can check the name, who is the owner, and the size and the last change. Like this, we can have some, like a small view. If I press in the lighting analysis IFC, I can visualize the information of this IFC, but also we are adding some extra data, like, I don't know, the calculation annex as an URL connected to the IFC. Here we can see the information, or for instance, we can see the GLTF with the graphical information of the results of the lighting simulation and so on. In that case, I can visualize this data, and I can even come here and say, I don't want to see the, I don't know, emergency lighting, or I don't want to see the illuminance normal lighting results. So I can check that. The same for the rest. And then work team, we can manage different roles, modification history, and so on. Like this, we can solve like many different areas. Here we can see health and safety solutions, fire analysis, furniture in order to develop architectural solutions, electricity, I don't know, HVAC systems, and so on. If I go here, we can see also the structures of the foundation, the gas installation, etc. So we have many, many solutions to solve that. In that case, this is I think it's some kind of swimming pools made with ArchiCAD, and like this we can visualize the architectural model, but also the structures made by our solutions. And if I go here, I can put in transparent the structure elements and see the simulation model of the structural analysis. And I can even display a video in order to visualize the real behavior of the building depending on the conditions I decided in my structural solutions. Here also we can see like some building services, some plumbing and waste management building services, and so on. Well, it could be a global presentation of the platform, and now I would like to share with you some specific data information. In our case, we have developed also a plugin in order to make a connection with the most important, maybe design solutions like Revit. So here we have the possibility of exporting to Beam server and importing data from Beam server. So we can visualize the different IFCs inside and check the real data totally updated. An example could be, okay, I'm gonna export it and I want to check, I don't know, the social distancing for checking the new measures about open beam, the COVID conditions. In our case, we have developed this solution, and here I can manage, let me do it like this. I can manage, okay, where are the workers and which are the volume, the social distancing we have to save between them. I can make a calculation and check if everything is right or not. So I can identify that we have to take in consideration this part and include some kind of measures like separators or whatever. This is something we are doing for all the different areas. In that case, it's just about checking volumes, but now we are working with computational fluid dynamics in order to take into consideration the air conditioning, flow, and so on. So we can work in 2D or 3D and even become to rotate about that. As you can see in this part, all the different tools have the possibility to update the data, to export the data, to share it with the others. So we are gonna share just open data, open formats. We are not sharing our know-how. We are sharing the results of our know-how. I can update, for instance, in that case, the software is telling me that the furniture and layout respecting preventive measures have been removed. So it can modify something in my calculation. So I can update it, no problem at all. Like this, we can visualize many different solutions, like, I don't know, this case focus on the structures part. So I can modify the rebar and say, okay, I want to modify these bars and check again if it accomplishes with the different standards. Even here, I can generate some kind of plans and so on. So we can get like more specific calculations. For energy analysis, the same. Here we have software, free software for calculation thermal loads, and we can even make a calculation in Asia, Hong Kong, and here we have some stations named stations. So if I choose this one, I can get the exactly temperature and humidity information in order to make the calculation in Hong Kong. And here we can even visualize a lot of data to optimize the definition we have done, even by every different wall, every different amount, and so on. In that case, we are at this point, so we can get the solar irradiation and, well, a lot of information, and also exporting that to some other solutions. Some other solutions like this one. In that case, this is a solution we made for Fujitsu. We have also done that for some others like Panasonic, Daikin, Toshiba, and so on. And here I'm gonna put in transparent the BIM model. We are including the different installations and also making the calculation according to the thermal loads we did in the other software. So here I'm going to make a calculation in order to identify which are the specific machines we should use in every different precinct according to the specific conditions. So here we are all the time checking if well, this one is the right option or not. In the same way, we have software with I think maybe the most powerful engine of energy analysis, which is Energy Plus, and we have included, or we have adapted to a BIM interface. So we can import again some data. In that case, we need the envelope, we need the systems, and the condition of the different spaces. So we can make the calculation like this, even the thermal breaches. So we can specify the conditions of the thermal breaches according to different standards and so on. Acoustics, the same. I can make some kind of analysis and get if I have some mistakes or not, according to acoustics. You know, here we have the model, and even we can make some frequencies analysis of the different elements we are using. I don't have a lot of time. Building services, well, a lot of them. Fire, in that case, this is about sanitary systems, so we can modify whatever we want. So the possibilities are a lot. And then we can check how it is integrated with the other models, structures, architectural, HVAC, etc. In that case, we can even visualize how the fluid, the velocity of the different fluids of the different pipes, depending on the section and the conditions, the external conditions. Like this, we can export 20 minutes. So I'm gonna finish. We can do a lot of things. The last software I want to share with you is this one, which is OpenBIM Model Checker, to get all the different models and check if there are some issues. In that case, I want to, I don't know, check, I'm gonna put it like this, the pipes with the different slabs. So we need to make a hole in order to don't have a problem over here. So we can make some issues to share this data with the other technicians of the platform. Like this, we can generate class detections. We can generate class detection between all the different elements of the project. In that case, we have a machine inside of a wall. So we can consider that an issue and upload it to the platform in order to say to the people who has developed the wall or the people who has developed the machine who has to modify something. Okay, I can continue like this a lot of time. I don't want to be really bored. Here we have some other solutions for fire analysis. Let me show you an example so we can generate some kind of hypothesis. So let's have a look what happened if we have a problem over here, how the fire and the smoke is distributed along the building. Let me show you something over here. Getting like different temperatures and so on. And some other applications are not desktop applications, are more focused on mobile applications for visualizing all this data in augmented reality, virtual reality, and so on. So we can check and identify or activate the different layers in real scale, in real places, or in as a well in our table in order to visualize what we have done. Okay. So I think I have talked a lot. I really hope you don't have, well, if you have any questions, as I told you at the beginning, you can contact me. At the end, as a conclusion, our experience is focused on open formats, on specific calculations. We are really happy with the results. Some years ago, we were like some kind of freaks, strangers, because we decided to bet by working with open formats, even for communicating the communication between our tools. But now we are really glad of the results, and people is becoming really, really interested about these workflows. And that's all. If you have any question, please contact me, and I hope to see you soon in the next meeting. Okay. So thank you very much and see you soon. Bye bye.